Today we are going to discuss something very important for your board exam. Okay, so today's class is entirely concentrating on board exam. So whatever we are going to discuss today, they may ask for 5 marks or 3 marks. Okay, one question will definitely come. So that is what the equations of motion, the Newton's equations of motion or kinematic equations, we have to derive by graph. That is what the equations or kinematic equations by graphical method for a body moving with a uniform acceleration. Okay, so before starting the derivation, so what are the equations of motion? We already know that v equals to u plus at. V is what? Final velocity. U is initial velocity. A is acceleration and t is what? Time taken. Okay, so and we also have s equals to ut plus half at square, and one more thing is v square equals to u square plus 2as. Okay, so this equation we use for what? We use for to find the velocity, or this is the equation for velocity after time t. Okay, so this is what distance or displacement covered in time t. Okay, then what about this velocity? This is also the same final velocity, but here time is not given. When you know the only distance but not time, then also you can tell about what will be the final velocity. Okay, so for that we are going to use this formula. I know you are very much close with all these equations. So now we will see how we can derive these equations with the help of graph. Okay, so you must have done this also in your 10th class. So how we can derive the equations from graphical method. So once again we go through that one, and they may ask for 3 marks or 5 marks. Okay, so what heading I can write is kinematic equations. So kinematic equations by graphical method. Okay, you may ask me why you are specifying graphical method. Is there any other method to derive equations? Of course there is other methods. With the help of differential method also we can derive the equations. That we will see later. So we will go with the graphical method. For that, what I have to do, I have to consider an object. So what I can write here, consider an object moving with uniform acceleration. That is A. Okay, so first what you have to do, you have to consider an object or body or particle, whatever, that should move with the uniform acceleration. That should not be retardation or something. That we will see later what will happen if it is retarding or something. So as of now I am considering the positive acceleration. So let u be the what? Initial velocity, means in the beginning, initial velocity, that is or we can say when t equals to 0. That is when t equals to 0. Initial velocity means for when t equals to 0. Okay, so I can write that also. When t equals to 0. Okay, next v be the final velocity, say that is when t equals to say sometime t. Okay, so similarly I will take one more word, that is what alphabet, that is s. So that is what s be the distance covered. S be the distance covered in time t. Okay, so these are the 3 things we have considered. That is what, let u be the initial velocity when t equals to 0, v be the what? Final velocity when t equals to t, and s be the what? Distance covered in time t. Okay, so let me draw the graph here for these things. So that is what VT graph. So let me draw VT graph. Okay, so what will be the VT graph for this? So I will take velocity along y-axis. Okay, so similarly here I will take time along the x-axis. Okay, so now if you want to draw the graph for these given things, what is there? This is what 20 equals to 0 it is. So let me take it properly. Okay, so this is what 20 equals to 0. Oh, I will take it as 20 equals to 0. Somewhere we can take t equals to t also. So here when t equals to 0, velocity is not 0, so you cannot start from here. You can start from somewhere u. Okay, so I will start from here, or I can take it from here. If it is uniformly acceleration means you will get a straight line. Okay, so this is what the graph. What is this? This is initial velocity u, and this is what this is final velocity. Okay, this is going to be a final velocity. So be careful about the graph. Everything is standing on graph only. So this is what t equals to t. This is what t equals to 0. Okay. So this is what graph we got. Velocity versus time. Okay. So now what we will derive the first equation. What is the first equation? So first equation is to find the final velocity when time is given. Okay, so final velocity after time t. Okay, so simply we can say velocity after time t also. No need to mention what final was. Okay, so what is this? Velocity after time t. How we can find the velocity after time t? So we know equation, but we have to derive that equation only. Okay, so from here you can just join this one. Okay, so mark this point as A and this as B, this as B, and this as C. Okay, here I will mark it as some D. Here the O is already there. So okay. Now can you get the slope? What is the slope? Slope is here. A, B, C is the what? Slope. Okay. So slope of VT graphs gives you what? Slope of VT graph. So what slope of VT graphs gives? Slope of VT graphs gives you what? Acceleration. Acceleration. That is what? Acceleration A. Slope of VT graph gives you acceleration A. So now how we can calculate the slope from here? Slope is equals to slope is equals to what is that? From this triangle, from triangle ABC. So ABC divided by AB is what? Slope. So BC divided by AB is the slope. Okay. So slope is equals to what is BC? What is this BC? See here. From here to here it is what? Phi. From here to here it is what? U. Okay. So what is this? Can you write this as phi minus u? Total is phi. Subtract u. So you will get this distance. This is what phi minus u. So this is what phi minus u. So from here to here, this is v minus u. Okay. Then what is AC? Here t equals to 0, here t equals to t. So what is this total? This total is nothing but it is going to be just t. Getting the point? This is what t, and this is what v minus u. If this is t, this is also going to t only. Okay. So BC is what t, and BC is what v minus u. And AC is what it is going to be t. Okay, so no need to draw all these things here, just you have to draw the graph. Okay, so let me erase it. So what I can write, BC I can write it as V minus U divided by AB as T. AB as T, not AB, AC. Okay, so this is not AB, this is what? AC. So AC is what? It is T. So now, what is slope? Slope is nothing but acceleration. Acceleration is what? A. So A equals to V minus U divided by T. So T you take on this side, so AT equals to V minus U. So take U on this side, that will become what? Plus. So this will be V equals to, you send this on this side, so U plus AT. So this is what going to be your equation, V equals to U plus AT. So V is what? Velocity after time t. U is what? Velocity when t is 0, means initial velocity. A is what? Acceleration. Okay. So with the help of this one, you can find the final velocity. So if they ask only one equation, they may ask it for 3 marks, or they can combine two equations, they may ask for the 5 marks. Okay. This is what the first equation, V equals to U plus A. So we have derived the first equation, it was correct. So next equation is distance or displacement covered. Distance or displacement after time t. After time t. Okay. So that means the distance covered after time t, okay, or displacement, both are same because it is a motion in straight line. Okay, so now how we can find the distance or displacement? Again from the graph. Okay, so as we know, it is the velocity versus time graph. What velocity versus time graph curves area gives you, means area under the VT graphs gives you what? Area under VT graphs, area under VT graphs give you what? It will give you, try to recall your few videos or few days back. What it will give? Area under the VT graphs. Try to recall. Okay, so what it will give? It will give you what? It will give you either distance or displacement. Okay, so that is what the S. Now area under VT graph. So we can calculate the area under VT graph here. So this total area you have to calculate. This total area. So area of what? Area of A, B, C, D, O. Okay. Or you start from, again you have to come to A. So area is equals to what? Area under A, B, C, D, O, again A. Okay. So area equals to what? Area under A, B, C, D, O, A. A, B, C, D, O, A. This total area. Okay. But this total area I will divide into two. Okay. This is one area. This triangle is going to be one area. What is this triangle? Triangle ABC. Another I make it what? I make it a rectangle. What is this rectangle? This rectangle is ACDO. Okay. So can I divide into two parts? So how we can divide? I can divide it into. So here you can take it like this. You can take it like this. So there are total two areas. So that will make you complete area under the curve. So I will divide it. So what I can write? I will write it as area of rectangle. Which rectangle? ACDO. ACDO plus area of what? Area of triangle. Area of triangle ABC. Okay. So now area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is what? Area of rectangle is CD into OD. Okay, CD into OD. So CD into OD plus area of triangle half into What is the height? Height is BC. Okay. So half into BC into what? Into BC into AC. Base AC. Okay. So this is what going to be area of triangle. So now what is CD? What is the CD? CD is nothing but U. From here to here, how much is there? U is there. So CD is nothing but it is U. What is OD? OD is nothing but T time taken. OD is nothing but T time taken. So this is what CD is U. U into T. Okay. So this is what going to be one thing. I can write as U into T plus here 1 by 2. What is BC? BC is V minus U. BC is V minus U. So V minus U into what is AC? AC is again T. AC is again T. So this is what T. So write it as UT plus half you can write as it is. This is what V minus U into T. Okay. So area you write as it is area as of now. So UT plus what you want actually here? You want A here, AT. So that will what is your equation? S equals to UT plus half AT square. UT is there, half is also there, but what you want here, one T is there, you want one more AT. You already know that. We know that phi equals to U plus AT. From first equation, we have derived this equation already. So, can you write phi minus U equals to AT? Just take U on this side. Take U on this side. So, this will become AT. So, substitute this here. So, V minus U means what? V minus U means AT. So, substitute here UT plus half phi minus U is what? AT. So, AT into T as it is. T as it is you can write. Okay. So area is what? Area you can write as this. So S equals to UT plus half AT into T. Can I write AT square? Okay. So this is what your second equation or second equation of motion given by Newton. So that is S equals to UT plus half AT square. Okay. This is what your second equation, that is the equation for distance or displacement after time t. Okay. So if they ask only this equation, they may ask for what 3 marks. If they ask first and second together, they will ask it for what? They will ask it for 5 marks. Okay. So if they ask only this second equation only, then also you have to write all these things. You have to draw the graph. If they ask only first equation, you have to write these things. You have to draw the graph. You have to solve only first equation. If they ask both, write it, draw the graph, first you derive the first equation, then you have to derive the second equation. Okay, it all depends on what they are asking, whether they are asking only first equation or they are asking both or only they are asking second equation. So now we will go for next equation, that is third equation of motion. So what is that? First equation was velocity when time is given, second equation distance when time is given, now velocity when time is not given, instead of that distance is given. So velocity after traveling distance s, okay, or you can say after covering displacement s, whatever it may be. So again, if you are talking about distance or something, so you have to go for what? You have to go for area under curve. Okay. So whenever we are talking about acceleration, you have to go for what? Slope. Whenever we are talking about distance, you have to go for what? Area. Okay. So again, I will write it as what? I will write it as area. So what area it is? This total area of A, B, C, D, O, A. Okay. But I have to divide this into two parts. So what is that? So area of triangle ABC and area of rectangle ACDO. Okay. So can I write it as area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle, what is it? ACDO. ACDO. Okay. So area of triangle ABC, same thing which whatever you have done in last equation. Okay. Area of triangle half into what is height BC into AC. Okay. So half into BC into AC. So plus what you will get here, area of rectangle ACDO. So this is what CD into AC, or you can take OD. Okay. So CD into OD. So now half into what is this BC? BC you already know, it is P minus U. So this is what P minus U. What is the AC? AC is what? T. So T plus CD is nothing but U. So U into OD is what? Time T. Okay. So this is what we got. So now you just multiply 1 by 2 here. So what you will get? 1 by 2 Vt minus 1 by 2 Ut plus Ut. Okay. So 1 by 2 Vt is here minus half Ut plus Ut. That means minus half plus 1. What you will get? You will get plus half. So 1 by 2 plus 1 minus half. So you will get what? Plus half. So plus 1 by 2 Ut. So take common 1 by 2. So V plus U. Again T is common. You can take T outside. Okay. It was V minus U. What I made it? I made it V plus U into T. Now you have to replace T here because time is not given, distance they are given. Okay. Again go for first equation. What is that first equation? V equals to U plus AT. First equation is V equals to U plus AT. What do you want? You want T. So can we get T from here? Obviously you can get T from there. So what you can write? V minus U divided by, or you can write A into T. So you take A also this side. V minus U divided by A into equals to T. Okay. What you can write for T? T you can write it as P minus A into V minus U divided by A. So half V plus U, in place of T write this one, V minus U divided by A. Okay. So area is what? Area is nothing but S, distance. Okay. So now S equals to 1 by 2. What is V plus U? V minus U. It is nothing but A plus B into A minus B. A plus B into A minus B, what you can write? You can write as A square minus B square. A square minus B square is what? A plus B into A minus B. Okay. So use this formula here. In place of A, V is there. In place of B, U is there. Okay. So V plus U, V minus U, what you can write? You can write as V square minus U square whole divided by A. Okay. So what you got is S equals to V square minus U square divided by 2A. So same 2A on this side. So what remains is 2AS is equals to V square minus U square. So what do you want? You want velocity. So write velocity here and take U on this side. So what it will become? This will become V square equals to, when U square comes on this side, it will become plus. So V square equals to U square plus 2AS. Okay, 2AS. So this is going to be what? V square equals to U square plus 2AS. So you got last equation. Okay. So they may ask any one equation for 3 marks, or they may ask all 3 for 5 marks, or they may ask any 2 for 5 marks. Okay, it depends. But one will come only in your board exam. Very, very important. So all these three are very, very important for your board exam. for your board exam, and you already know graphical method is very important for your competitive exams, but this derivation is important for your board exam. Okay, so go through this once, and you have to practice. You have to read, and you have to practice it on your rough paper, and it will help in your board exam. Okay. So we have derived all these three equations by graphical method. So first equation what we got was v equals to u plus at, and second equation we got s equals to ut plus half at square, and third equation we got v square equals to u square plus 2ax. Okay, so they asked any two or all three for 5 marks in your board exams. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to write about the object, what is your initial velocity, what is your final velocity, what you are taking as a, what you are taking as distance. Then you have to draw the graph, you have to derive the equation. Okay, so all your steps carry the marks, so you have to follow all the steps now. So out of these three only they will ask, no need to worry about that one. If you want more equations, I mean this distance is what? This is the distance traveled in total t seconds. Suppose journey was 10 seconds. So this equation will give you what? This equation will give you distance traveled in 10 seconds. Distance traveled in 10 seconds. Suppose if you want, suppose it's 7 seconds, this is 8 seconds. What is this distance? This is the distance traveled. This is distance traveled in what? 8th second. 8th second. Okay. If you want to know distance traveled in 8th second, what will be the formula? Or suppose some long distance is there. So suppose nth second. So t equals to n. What is the distance traveled in nth second? If you want to know, so what will be the formula? Okay. That we will see. Suppose this is the object. I will take same initial velocity and final velocity. So what we are having? Say this is the nth second. Here it is what? T equals to n. Here I will take t equals to n minus 1. Okay. So this is what? This is the distance traveled in n minus 1 second. This is the distance traveled in n minus 1 second. Time is n minus 1. What is this? This is the distance traveled from here to here. It is distance traveled in n second. Sorry, in n seconds. Sn is what? Distance traveled in n seconds. Sn minus 1 is what? Distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds. What is this? This is the distance traveled in n second. So how we can get that one? If you subtract these two, can you get distance traveled in n second? So what is that? Distance in nth second is equals to distance traveled in n seconds minus distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds. Are you getting this one? Here I am writing nth. Here I am writing n second. Means distance traveled in 8th second is equals to distance traveled in 8 seconds minus distance traveled in 7 seconds. Getting my point? If you want to know distance traveled in 8th second, you have to subtract distance traveled in 7 seconds in distance traveled in 8 seconds. Okay. So what you can write? Sn is equals to what is this? Distance traveled in n seconds. So distance in n seconds is what? Can you write as Sn is equals to what you can write? Ut. S equals to what? S equals to ut plus half at square. Okay. But what is this t? T is n here. T is n here. So un minus what you can ut plus half at square, an square. Okay. Similarly, distance traveled in n minus 1 seconds. Distance in n minus 1 seconds. Distance n minus 1 second, what you can write? Sn minus 1 equals to, so what you can write? U, t is what? N minus 1. N minus 1 plus half a t square. N minus 1 the square. Okay. So what you want? You want distance in nth second. You want distance in nth second. So S nth is equals to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So what is Sn? Sn is Un plus half an square minus, what is this? Un minus 1. Can I multiply here? So this I will write it as Un minus, you can write it as it is. So Un minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 the square. Okay. So just multiply all those things. So Un plus half an square minus, what is this? Un minus u plus half a n minus 1 the square means a minus b the square is what? A square plus b square plus 2ab, so minus 2ab. Okay. So what you can write? You can write as n square plus 1 minus 2a. Okay. So now Un plus half an square minus of, or you can write it as Un minus u plus half, multiply this one, an square, multiply here, plus half a minus half 2an. Okay, so this is what we got totally. Check if anything get cancelled. Minus un plus un will get cancelled because minus is outside. Plus half an square minus plus minus, so minus half an square, these two will get cancelled. What remains is minus minus plus u. Okay, so Sn is equals to minus minus plus u. Here plus a is there, half a is there, so plus minus minus, so minus half a, and this minus will become plus, so plus 2 will get cancelled, I think. So 2 will get cancelled. So what you will get? So you will get it as plus an you will get. Okay. So now what you can write? You can write it as u plus an minus half a. So u, so take common, what is it? A is common, you take half also outside, so half a. So if you take half outside here, so half is not this, so you have to multiply what? You have to multiply 2n. Okay. So if you multiply this to what you will get as an only, 2 will get cancelled, you will get as an only, minus half a you have taken outside, so what remains is 1. So Sn second is equals to, or distance traveled in n second is equals to u plus half a into 2n minus 1. Okay, so 2n minus 1. Or you can stop here also. You can stop here also. You can stop here also. It is what the standard equation. So based on your convenience, you can write the equation. So I can write here that is Sn second is, so u plus half a into 2n minus 1. Okay. So this is one more equation we are going to add. So this will help you for your competitive exams. So no need to worry about all derivation and other things. No need to worry about all these derivations and other things. What you have to remember is final equation you want, but just you should know how we can get the equation. Sometimes that will help you in your competitive exams. Okay. So today you practice